Hi, everybody.
Hey. So, 50 years into retirement, Daredevil's back, and he's pissed because some stupid fucking teenagers broke into his house. Will you care?
I do.
You know, it's funny. We have been arguing back and forth about this movie since we saw the trailers for it, like I think it was 3 reviews ago.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, and you thought, oh man, this movie looks brilliant, and I thought, no, this movie looks dumb. Mainly for the aspect of, I just don't find a man defending himself from armed robbers that scary. And I'll be honest, it's gonna really piss you off, I know, but this is one of the most unscary horror movies I've seen in a long time. The scariest thing in this movie is a dog. And, well, it's about as scary as Sandlot. Jeez. It's funny because usually it's reversed.
Fuck you, 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 fuck you. This movie was awesome.
I'm glad you liked it.
Oh. So, yeah, like he said, 3 down on their luck fucking kids in nowhere Detroit can only get by fucking stealing stuff. They
Can only get by. Yeah, right.
Do you know how fucking bad Detroit is?
Yes, I know how bad Detroit is. That doesn't make stealing an honest working job.
They know it's not.
They don't give 2 fucks about it.
Yeah.
She does it with a smile and a whistle.
She doesn't fucking smile when they do it.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does. She's like, oh boy, I told you guys this would be fancy.
Yeah, that's not fucking... That's... fuck.
Look, honestly, the characters in this, as far as I'm concerned, all the main characters in this movie are pieces of shit. They all deserve to rot in jail.
What? Just because they're not as fucking morally ethical as the upstanding person? No.
Because they're fucking thieves. And you know what? To be honest, they're getting what they deserve. I'm not saying I sympathize with the blind guy in this movie. He does clearly have some unredeemable shit to him, but still, that doesn't make the thieves better by design. You don't retroactively become a hero just because you just stumbled into a monster's house.
They're not trying to have them be heroes. They're just showing someone trying to survive.
They still want you to sympathize with them in some way. They still want you to think, oh man, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen to them?
Anybody dying, you can at least find some way to see. Okay, they're gonna fucking die. What can they try and do to get out?
To do that, though, you need engaging characters.
These were engaging enough for me. I saw the shit that they had to fucking live through. I still sympathize with these guys, even though yes, their morals are thrown out the window, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're fucking it's hard for me to describe, but I don't judge them as harshly as I'm not judging them as harshly as you are right now.
I'm not saying you can't make criminals, or you can't even make like shitty people still engaging, not necessarily likable, but engaging and still interested.
I'm still engaged with their play because they're stuck in a fucking house where they know that they're certain to die.
Personally, for me, I feel like this movie does a really piss poor job of getting these characters to be engaging and getting them to you to be concerned for their safety, in my opinion. I think, really,
this isn't character driven. It's atmosphere, environment, suspense.
But the atmosphere and suspense doesn't matter. If I'm not scared of the blind man in this movie at all.
I am.
Oh, not me. There was not any moment in this movie that I thought he was legitimately scary. He was certainly threatening, like he could easily kill these kids, but I don't care about whether or not they live or die. I'm just like, well, let's just see where this goes.
You didn't even admire any of the direction, the fucking pace that it had.
Okay, all right. In that case, yes, for what it is, being stuck in a house with a monster that is a blind monster. Okay, this film's not that bad in that regard. However, the context surrounding it all, that's the problem I have. The context surrounding it all, the making me feel what this movie wants me to feel, it can't do it because it's the characters are just not there for me. They don't have to be brilliant. They don't have to be great. Or I mean like so diverse and well written and everything, but they still have to be in some way getting me to think, "Oh no, don't kill her, don't kill him." And it doesn't do that. And when a horror movie doesn't do that, I don't care. You know what? Kill them all. I don't care. That's my problem.
Absolutely, I wanted the guy to live. And the girl, yes, I wanted her to live because she's still seeking something. She actually still is seeking something better.
She was pissing me off so much towards the end.
It was only because when the fucking money popped up, I saw you, do the fucking...
You know, you think at some point she'd have remorse for what she's done? She would think, shit, my greed has gotten my friends killed. Nope, it's just, honestly, you could play the Mr. Krabs clip with her. What about the money? I mean, what about the children?
What?
As in, like, this movie disguises her character as someone you want to sympathize with her because, she's a single mom. And by the way, her daughter...
That's not her fucking daughter, it's her sister.
That's her sister?
Yes!
Oh, I thought...
God damn it.
Well, now she's even less sympathetic in my eyes.
How?
Because being a single mom is one thing, being a sister is another.
You still want to care for your sibling and carry them along with you to a better life if you love them enough. She loves her enough to bring her with.
You know, and another thing is, I don't really care much about her sister, too, because she's played by a terrible child actress.
I don't fucking care if it's a terrible child actor. Yes, she's a terrible child actor, but who the fuck cares? That actually gives her, for me, that gives her more positive motivation.
Look, honestly, I can't bring myself to like her for as much of a piece of shit as she is.
Some people are pieces of shit.
That doesn't mean I have to like them.
Not even if they have their fucking neck to a blade, or if they're gonna be artificially raped.
Yeah, that's another weird thing in this movie. We'll get to that later.
Fuck it, we've already got our argumentative points out of the way.
Okay, well, see, okay, the other thing I really hate about her, and this is probably very personal to me, because this is something I hate in all movies. Any time a movie wants to do this, I always get mad, and I generally hate the character they do it to. There's a part in the beginning of this movie where they're getting ready to rob the store. They're scoping the place out, getting ready to rob this guy and everything. And you notice, hey, she's got a new tattoo. It's a ladybug. And then she tells this sob story of her when her dad died and her mom.
No, her dad left.
Oh, her dad. Sorry. Her dad left, and her mom blamed her for her leaving. And there'd be times when she'd cry, and her mom would throw her in the trunk for hours on end until she'd stop crying. And a ladybug would crawl through, and she'd feel better. Personally, I don't...
One ladybug came through and gave her comfort. Yes, yeah. That is a little far-fetched.
Personally, that's pretty stupid. Why would you want a memory of that?
a memory of something comforting.
Yeah, but comforting from that to me is the equivalent of saying, well, the police were dressed in blue when they came in and stopped my rapist, so blue's now my favorite color.
No, that's not even close, because that's just referencing something that can be directly associated, like police, yes. Ladybug, that's something special because it's actually unique, but also relevant to something that she holds very close psychologically. And for me, that's why. Well, that story also gained sympathy from me, because I've known people who were like that.
Okay, but I should mention that's not what irritates me about her. What irritates me about her is that with this whole sob story and everything, this is the movie's way of sort of making you think that she's just this scared little kid who didn't have the right parenting growing up, so now that suddenly excuses everything she does from here on out. I have always fucking hated that. Whenever if you want another example, when they do it with the Grinch in the Grinch remake, they do it with Michael Myers in the Halloween remake, essentially trying to make you sympathize with shitty characters and make you think, oh, they're not really bad, society just made them that way, so therefore it doesn't matter what they do. I guess it is just a piss poor way of getting you to sympathize with the character, and it is basically promoting lack of any kind of personal responsibility. Like, it doesn't matter if she's a piece of shit, because she didn't have good parents. So therefore, if my parents didn't love me, if my dad beat me as a child, if my dad was an alcoholic and he beat me, then I could go shoot up a fucking gas station, and I just gotta say, well, wait a minute, I had a bad childhood, and they're like, oh, we're so sorry. I guess
You're taking it to extremes. This is just one job where they can get in, get out easy.
They've clearly been doing this. Okay, here's something.
They don't steal cash. They only steal petty items that can be easily replaced by the rich people.
Are you fucking kidding me? This isn't...
Not everything is as morally perfect as you think it is. Some people have to get by stealing shit. Some people are broken because of shit that happened to them, and that is transferable behavior.
You and I are two completely different people.
I've seen shit. You haven't.
I've seen shit too. That doesn't excuse it. That doesn't suddenly make it right. If anything, what shows true...
They're not showing them as being right in this. They still have the opportunity, but that also throws into play more moral questioning of... And yeah, the money thing pops up because she was about to be artificially raped, so that's just, oh, fuck you, now I am gonna take your money so you can't recognize it. So... hopefully you maybe learned your lesson a little, but yeah,
no,
he's fucked anyway.
Nobody learns their lesson by the end of this.
Because only one of them lives. And it's a perfect satire when it's flipped around as him Okay, premise, you've heard us talk about it before.
It's pretty basic. If you've seen the trailers, you know what it's about.
But I didn't know what the fuck the woman on the wall would be in the trailer. Yeah, fuck him, sick bastard.
Yes, okay. So their idea of turning this guy into the above-level monster, the irredeemable kind, is that he had kidnapped the woman who ran over his... Supposedly, why this guy is crazy is that a woman... Well, actually, and also why they want to rob his house is that a woman from a few years ago accidentally hit his daughter with a car. So she pays him off, essentially, to not sue her. Which, honestly, why didn't he just sue her anyway?
No, I think, well, when you're... I'm pretty damn sure that she got out on bail, not paid him off. Because the rich people don't stay in jail. That's referencing bail.
But they say how she. I mean, the whole point of the movie is that they're trying to steal from this guy because he got a shitload of money because she gave him a sentiment.
No, that was his family.
His family gave him a sentiment.
Yeah, trying to cheer him up or some shit.
Okay. I thought. Where did they get $100,000 fucking dollars?
Rich family, but he's a loner because of like war shit and yeah, then daughter getting run over or whatever.
Okay. All right. Thank you for clarifying that. I didn't realize that. But anyways, so he takes the woman that killed his daughter, and he basically makes her a basement pet. She's on a has like a stray vest. Her mouth is completely covered.
And his house is completely inaccessible from the outside. Anybody.
And the inside too. He's got some of those lock you inside doors that are very popular in horror movies.
Because he knows that and that also gives him a murderous instinct, because he can't have nobody in his house, or else if they even see anything or possibly hear anything, he's fucked 5 ways from he's fucked 5 ways from Sunday.
Yeah, I can understand that. I mean, okay, that makes sense why this guy would be as crazy as he is, and why he'd be as why the house would be as hard to break into as it is. But still, I just don't think he's that scary as a monster, because
he's not supposed to be a monster. That's why he's so scary, is because this is the average day person who again is slipping under the radar because of being a blind man.
Okay. But then I don't know. He just does not have a presence to it. A presence to him. The movie will give a lot of music and a lot of stings and a lot of every time he pops up on screen, no doubt. But I just don't think...
No, that's only 50-50. The rest of the time he comes up in complete silence, like it would if you were in the house. That's what... Okay.
But then it's followed up with loud noises.
Yeah, because those loud noises would be that stark during... Like, if you were in the actual house. The only noises that actually happen are from real noises. And when the music needs to be continuous, that's when they're moving around constantly and creating subsequent noise, and this would match the amount of noise that would, well, what I loved about this isn't character driven, and all you need is to have the characters be sympathizable enough in order to take in the spectacle of this scary environment that this is. You can mouth all the fuck you want, they can't hear you, they can only hear me, so fuck you. Anyway, this movie gets a lot of little things for me right. This isn't a horror movie, it's a suspense movie, which is better. Horror can be like almost as broad of a definition as yeah, actually. But yeah, suspense is where you need airtight stuff. This direction, the way that they set up this environment is perfect, and also the camera work is amazing because it does map out which item, and it's good foreshadowing. It maps out which items are essential to what happens during the rest of the time in the house. Zooms up on a sledgehammer, zooms in on a bolt bracket,
it zooms into all the things they could use to knock this guy out and be done with it, but instead the movie has to go on for an hour and a half, which is, can I just say one thing? This is one of the shorter movies we've seen this year, and yet it felt like it took forever.
For me, it did not. It felt perfectly timed. Mostly,
I'm not that I don't like slower paced movies. Like, I'm not trying to say that at all. It's especially good in horror or suspense movies like this where you want to build things.
This does build! How does it not fucking build?
I didn't say it didn't build! Jesus, lower your voice!
Who's gonna fucking hear? There's nobody around. It's only buildings. Homes are far away.
Okay. Yeah, this guy lives in a weird neighborhood.
Because it's fucking Detroit.
I know that, but you make it sound like Detroit is a slum.
Detroit is a fucking slum. That city has had riots that have made third world countries look on it and say, wow, that's fucking bad. I'm not even shitting you. That's how bad Detroit is. Sorry for people who live in Detroit. But, yeah, slum neighborhood, good cover, more or less, for that. Well, that's actually a secondary thing. Cover for him, and also airtight house. I think this borrows a lot from Ridley Scott, just from the ideas of Alien. Claustrophobic, tightly sealed. You can't speak at all, so literally you can't even scream, like, even for help. Well, yeah, that's another. I still love, and they play the idea perfectly with the blind man. Fuck, what could you possibly have to say?
How dare you compare this movie to Alien? How dare you?
Fuck you.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, the way that and this does great job with tracking shots as well. Well, I said tracking shot earlier, but yeah, the items, the mapping out the whole house for us to see, like, just, and it does it. I thought you would have been impressed by that, in that it actually set up the whole skate and whale of the house and like the different passages and stuff. The only thing that they didn't show is the basement, but yeah, this was really tense. I was in it 100% from the very start. Yeah. Again, but there are bads, but they don't even cover the good stuff for me. Again, the child actor. What else? There's one too many. Well, there's only one fake out, but it could have actually been mapped out beforehand. Like, that was the one predictable part, is that there's a fake out to a critical character, but it does contribute to the plot. And yeah, other than that, this was fucking nuts.
Okay. I don't want people to think that I think any less of you for liking it. I'm glad you like this movie. It's just for me, it's about as scary as a Lifetime movie network movie.
How the fuck did you not find this scary?
I've already explained it.
Besides the fucking characters.
But that's my point.
No atmosphere, no build up, no. You're gonna let
the atmosphere. Okay. You think of a movie like a stack of blocks, okay? Each thing builds on top of another. One thing works because something else works. One thing works because something else works. What a lot of things stem from is characters, okay? So if I don't care about the characters, well, I'm not too concerned for their safety. And if I'm not too concerned for the safety, then the atmosphere is not very tense. And if the atmosphere isn't very tense, well, then I'm not scared. And I don't think the monster is very scary. I keep calling him a monster, but that's exactly what he's treated like in this movie. What I really wish they would, I don't know. One thing that I would have done differently in this movie is that I would have made the thieves of this movie a little bit more remorseful by the end of it all. The remorseful for what they do, the things that the consequences for doing this kind of shit, the idea that what greed leads to.
She did see what greed led to.
No, she didn't, because she took the money at the end. It's like, finally.
Yeah, she still takes the money because now
By the end, she'd probably learn that money has gotten her friends killed, and it.
She did see that it got her fucking killed. The one person.
But I'm still gonna take it. I'm still gonna use it. I'm still gonna live a happy life. Yeah, fuck you guys. You know, she doesn't even consider the fact that her friend's dad is now fucked completely.
She was remorseful. She was remorseful for her boyfriend getting killed. Obviously, oh my god. She was remorseful for the other guy too, because she realized how much fucking shit that they got in, and was being apologetic again. That's why the ladybug came up, saying there is another chance, and that's when the fucking that's when the panic thing for the alarm system went off.
Can you at least agree with me on one thing?
What?
Money was a piece of shit.
People do fucking crazy things for money when they're down in.
No, the character Money. Her boyfriend, Money.
Oh.
The guy from the trailer with the gun.
But that's why he dies in the early bit of this, because he's the worst.
But then, but that's just a waste of a character.
They need motivation to get in so that they can be remorseful in trying to tag along with this idea.
But it doesn't get me remorseful. It just makes me think, oh great, you just fucked over your friends. Good job. My mind, your mind and I like go in two completely different directions when we watch this movie, and I honestly find it a bit fascinating. I really do. The way that it's like I'm thinking that these characters are all pieces of shit. They all deserve either jail or death. And you're thinking, "Oh no,
they get dealt death. Two of them get dealt death anyway." Well, but hang on.
But the movie plays it like tragedies. The movie
They didn't play. Well, okay, they did not play out Money's death like a tragedy. They treated it as a casualty, because they actually did not directly, they pretty much bluntly stated that, oh yeah, this guy's fucked because he's the worst out of them. The other two, they do make sympathetic for me. And the movie treats it that way with the guy, with Alex the friend. Money, they don't treat as, I don't think they don't treat it as serious. They just treat that as, oh shit, now this is fucking... Now it's through the roof. This guy is murderous.
Okay. Crap, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, let's talk a little bit about how fucked up the well, okay. So eventually when we get to the rapey bit of this movie, now the guy says, "Oh, I'm not a rapist. I have never forced myself on her." But instead, he's got a
little syringe or whatever.
A bottle of semen. And he's gonna.
Oh yeah, that was another thing. The woman that he kept chained up, he is forcing her.
He wants her to be her sperm mama.
Yeah, forced. So that is still a form of rape though, because it's not consent.
Well, absolutely. In his fucked up brain, it's like, oh, it's not rape because I'm not really touching you. It's just a medical procedure. Well, no, it's, and again, rape is certainly one of those unforgivable things. They reserve it specifically for people that you should have absolutely no sympathy for. And I'll agree. I have no sympathy for this guy. But I also have no sympathy for Rocky, who they play it up as some big triumphant moment when it plays out like the girl with the dragon tattoo, where he comes in and like hits him with the hammer and she falls down. Really, it does play out exactly like that scene from Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, you haven't? Okay, well, people who've seen it probably know what I'm talking about. You know, when Daniel Craig's strapped up and what's her name, tattoo lady comes in and hits the guy and saves him. Ow, damn mosquito.
We're not trailing off from this. We get the gist.
Okay. So So then it plays like big triumphant music as she's like, "You sick
It's
fuck!"
it's not
And then-
fucking it's
and then
not
beats-
fucking it's not fucking triumphant
Oh, yeah.
music.
Oh yes, it is.
Fuck off. No, it's not.
It's supposed to be like, yeah, you beat that guy. Well, no, you're both pieces of shit. I'm glad. Honestly, I was happy when she got the shit kicked out of her by this guy. I'm not happy when she gets raped, but I think you both deserve each other because you're both pieces of shit. Go to hell. Now, I will say this. Can I say this? Maybe this will make you slightly happy. I kind of like the third character in this movie. Alex is his name?
Yeah.
Okay. Alex is the only guy in this movie who's not inherently a piece of shit. I mean, okay, he's still a thief among the rest of them. So that he has that going for him, but he has a brain. He thinks to himself, wait, no, we probably shouldn't steal cash. And they're like, oh, what the fuck's wrong with you? Don't be a bitch. And then he's like, okay, fine, I'm going with you. And then he makes the decision when they're getting money so they can move out of Detroit and go to California. And he's like, I think I'm gonna go with you. And I fucking hate her reaction. Her reaction's like, I know.
Because you know how close they are.
No, it's her just being so smug and shitty about it.
No, that's how like those kinds of friends can be. They have those reactions. I thought those two actually had good chemistry before everything happened. That's why I actually wanted to see both of them get out.
But see, I like him slightly more than the rest of them because he's got a brain. When the moment Money pulls out the gun, he's the first to say, "Oh my God, that's."
She didn't know he was bringing a gun,
but she didn't care. She did not fucking care. It's like, let's just get the money. We need the money. I want the money. Money.
Alex just got to the asking it first. She did have remorse on her face about it. Like, what the fuck?
Didn't do a damn thing about it. Even when holding a gun to the guy's head, she doesn't say, "Money, stop," or anything of the sort.
Because the blind guy only knows that he is there. The reason she stays quiet the whole time is because she speaks, he will go nuts and then do all that shit.
It's funny how, especially even when her boyfriend's being choked out by this guy long before he shoots him, she does not do a damn thing. Doesn't grab the crowbar and say, "Fuck you," which is exactly how she kills him by the end of this movie. So it's not like he's immune to crowbars or something. Honestly, this movie could have been over in 20 minutes if they just double teamed him. He's not really the Daredevil. He can't fight that effectively.
He's a former war veteran. He can fight.
Not when he's blind.
Yeah, he can. You can, as long as you practice those skills, you can, as long as you get one bit of feel of anything, you have the technique and you have the memory ability, and that's something that this guy has really well, and be done with someone in 3 or 5 seconds.
Didn't I just say this guy is not the Daredevil? He can't fight.
Yes, he fucking can. That's what I'm saying.
That effectively.
Yeah, he fucking kicks the shit out of Alex.
That's because he's not fighting back.
Yeah, he is.
No, he wasn't.
He's fighting back, you fucking moron. She's still got him grabbed. He's trying to fucking fend him off with anything that he can. And he gets the better of him.
Well then Alex is a weakling.
No, you're not fucking getting what I'm saying now. Army veteran, technique, memory. All he has to do is touch him, and then he knows how to fucking do shit. So Alex is defending himself. It's a full-on fight. You think he's just fucking...
I still say that the two of them together probably could have easily have taken him down. Because
Rocky was in a completely other place, and... Fuck, I forgot where she was at that moment, but... no, I think that was
probably out getting the money, because that's the most important part.
No, I think she was fucking stuck in the vents or some shit. Oh, okay, you guys get the gist. If we argue anymore, our friendship might end.
No, no. Don't, please don't. That brings back memories of Al.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, that was just a joke.
Okay.
I wasn't gonna do that.
All right.
But I can't recommend this enough. Yeah.
All right.
Again, my reasons: love the idea, love the premise, love the direction, atmosphere, the technique, and yeah,
I'm not.
there are like a handful of jump scares, but like overall, everything, and it does build up.
I will say that much. I like that this movie did not rely on jump scares. In fact, funny thing, I brought a pair of cotton balls to this movie because it's like, I am not dealing with jump scares. Not because I'm scared of them, but because I have sensitive ears, and jump scares to me are really fucking annoying. And it's not...
Because it's just someone screaming in your ear.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the equivalent of a rude jerk at your house that comes up to you and go, boo! And it's like, ha, I totally scared you. Does that really count as scaring anymore? It's more just like being startled. Like if you had a camera on my face the whole time for the jump scare, the moment it would really just be...
I do that to my family all the time.
Yeah, but yeah, I will say this movie relies more on atmosphere rather than jump scares, so points to them for that. I'm not gonna say it's a poorly put together movie too. It's definitely got some cinematography. I guess I've already explained why it does. I personally think it doesn't work for me. I didn't think it was gonna work from the trailers. Ah, damn mosquitoes. And honestly, it didn't. And don't think I'm saying that just because I can't admit when I'm wrong. I absolutely would have loved to have been proven wrong. I would have loved this to been a super intense atmospheric movie with some decent characters and a decent scares. It just didn't. Just did not do it. I really... It's no Alien. As bad as it is to say it, I really think it reminds me of a Lifetime Movie Network movie.
Not even gonna say anything more.
But hey, you liked it. That's fine. I'm glad you liked it. And I hope.
And luckily, I don't feel bad for yelling at you because I paid for this. For once, I paid for this one.
Yeah. And how many times have I yelled at you for movies too?
I don't know.
Yeah. So, hey, it's all in good fun. At the end of the day, it's just movies.
Yeah. 50-50 view. See this. Well, see this and then give it your opinion.
Watch the trailer. If you think you can get behind that, give it a go. If you're like me and think probably don't think it can work, then whatever. So, what else is coming out, or what else has been out that we haven't seen yet? Like Pete's Dragon, maybe.
Pete's Dragon, maybe. There's not that much. Well,
I suppose there's we
don't get good shit until like October or November.
Yeah.
During Oscar season, assholes make us wait for good. Now fucking Hollywood has to make us wait for good movies instead of like, oh, they can come out anytime. No, you have to fucking wait for them.
Yeah. Well,
assholes.
Yep. Well. Oh shit! I just breathed.
Oh yeah, he made a joke at the end of it because it showed the title at the end.
Bye everyone.
Later.